me change this real quick. There we go. Man, that is sounding fucking amazing on my PA right now. Holy fuck. Yeah, let me just wait for some people to get into here. What the fuck? Well, that fucking sucks. Son of a bitch. Oh, god damn it. Great, now I feel like doing this now. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna get started here. If everybody wouldn't be able to pick up on it already, I'm not doing this like nighttime when I'm like when I'm like dead tired. Excuse me. I'm literally doing this like middle of the day when I'm fresh and awake and alert and all of this shit is going on. So I think of oi oi, Aussie, oi oi oi. I was just watching a Top Gear rerun yesterday where like they went into the outback in Australia, and like I'm just like, holy fuck, man. Like there's just fucking like adders and like fucking like snakes and fucking anteaters and shit fucking walking all over the road and shit. God damn, it's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I'm really glad I don't live in Australia. That's another place I never want to fucking go to. Southeast Asia is another one. Fucking everything there is like either every animal there is either like extremely aggressive, extremely venomous, or there's like or it's like there's insects fucking the size of like my face. Like, dude, I'm not fucking with that right now. Like, no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, speaking of Southeast Asia, we're gonna talk about tea. We're gonna talk about tea. Tea is, hold on. This is like the fuck ass part of the goddamn, let me skip to this. There we go. Let me get to tea. Drinking tea, it's a fucking ritual, man. And as soon as I started getting into tea when I was like 19, I realized that this is not just something that you do. You know what I'm saying? This is like, you are presented with like an absolutely amazingly flavorful and like healthy drink. Like, it deserves to be treated with some form of ritualistic respect and cherished. And then, like, you know, here we are, like, fucking, like, years later, and I love it more than ever. I've been drinking matcha tea recently. And, like, because, like, I have, like, a matcha tea bowl that you mix it around in and shit like that. Dude, it's been fucking... It's been good. It's been good. I've been putting fucking, what is it? What kind of fucking creamer have I been putting into it? I've been putting in I think it's like the peppermint, it's like the peppermint mint creamer into my matcha tea, and it immediately makes it fucking, like, unbelievably fucking delicious. And of course, you can't forget about, like, you can't forget about, like, fucking honey to put in there. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, it's fucking amazing, man. I would rather drink tea for the rest of my life than, like, drink coffee any day. Like, there's some times where, like, I would rather, like, drink coffee, like, drink tea than literally be eating. You know what I mean? I would literally rather be drinking tea than eat. You know? Because I don't need to be eating, like, fucking every second of the fucking day, man. Like, that's unhealthy as shit. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be doing that. Like, you gotta have moderation, man. And, like, especially when it comes to tea, because tea has caffeine in it. It's the same thing as coffee. Caffeine, man, like, it fucking, that shit fucks you up. This is like my third day off of my break from caffeine, because I stopped drinking. This is how I usually do it. Like, I usually take like a separate couple days, or like 2 or 3 days during the week where like I don't drink anything caffeinated at all. Just because of the fact that, like, your body needs that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be a lot easier on your fucking heart to do it that way, and it's gonna be easier on your fucking body. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you got people out here that, like, fucking, like, at Starbucks, or not fucking, what, I've never even been to Starbucks. What the fuck am I talking? Where did that come from? Panera Bread. These motherfuckers literally were putting, like, on average, like a large cup of fucking lemon agave tea had like 400 milligrams of caffeine in it. And that's ridiculous. Like, that's like a Bang energy drink. That's how fucking much caffeine is in one of those. And that's the other thing too. Like, it's unnatural caffeine. Like, when you drink tea, when you drink like green tea, when you drink matcha tea, like, it's all derived from that source. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you at least know where it comes from and how it got there. With these fucking, like, these energy drinks I fucking see, like, in fucking supermarkets and shit, like in Wegmans. When I go there, like, I don't know what the fuck they put in this shit. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about what they put in, like, these fucking energy drink. Like, and I hear people talk about, yo, I'm fucking addicted to this shit. I'm like, yeah, like, I don't want to be, like, hearing about you resting up in a fucking hospital bed at, like, fucking, like, 50 on the brink of, like, fucking cardiac arrest because of the fact that, like, you punished yourself for fucking years of your life drinking energy drinks. I like, honestly, if there's anything to avoid, it's fucking energy drinks. Just the bottom line. Like, you don't fucking know. Oh, right there. Oh yeah, so by the way, how's the music? I wanted to ask about that. How's the music? Like, how's it sounding? Is the volume okay? Peppermint tea is another one, man. Like, I tried peppermint. Wegmans actually has a candy cane peppermint tea. I had some this past winter. Not my favorite, but like, it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing that I've ever had, but it's obviously, like, not my preference. Okay, like, once a week's not bad. Okay, like, once a week, like, yeah, it's, I mean, that, like, it's not bad. I mean, like, I've never had any kind of energy drink before, so, like, I have no fucking idea, what, like, the appeal is behind it. Yeah, yeah, you know, like once a week's okay, you know, that's not too bad. dude, like this first demo, this was my first ever demo tape that everybody's listening to in the background. Like, fucking Fruity Loops, man. Like, that shit has been on fucking God mode. Like, for fucking ever. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. I love putting this shit together. Anyway. Yeah, so, like, there's the peppermint tea, and then, there is the, what the fuck? Oh, there's obviously, like, the English breakfast tea, and then there's, I think, like, there's other one, there's all kinds of shit, there's fucking dandelion tea, there's fucking, yeah, that's what they called it in Wegmans. Dandelion tea is fucking disgusting. Like, I don't like red tea. I'm just gonna say that right now. I despise black tea and red tea more than anything in existence. But fucking, like, dandelion tea is foul. It gives them a fucking run for their money, man. Like, that shit is disgusting. I don't know what it, maybe I'm just not having, like, maybe I'm like, I don't know, maybe the company that, like, manufactures, like, the tea bags and, like sources the tea, I don't know what they're putting into it. Maybe it's just, like, because of, like, that company that I tried from. But I bet, like, if I at least try, like, Wegmans dandelion tea every once in a while, it would be fine. And that's the cool thing, too, is, like, a lot of Wegmans teas are actually decaffeinated. So, like, if you wanted to, like, put a little bit different flavoring, or, like, not just flavoring, but, like, if you wanted to put a different type of tea in with your green tea that's already caffeinated, you're not compromising your health, you know, by putting more different types of tea in there. Like, you're getting the flavor, you're getting something new, you're experimenting without, like, constantly fucking putting caffeine into your body every time you do that. You know what I'm saying? What's my opinion? I was about to say, Matt, I don't have an opinion because I've never even drank coffee before. But I like smelling it. Smelling coffee brewing in the morning, that's, like, plenty fun. Actually, no. There was a couple times there was one time I accidentally ordered coffee at this coffee place that I stopped at. This was about, like, 3-4 years ago, and, like, I thought it was gonna be a matcha tea, and the fucking I thought it was gonna be, like, matcha tea, and then, like, I get home, yo, Darkings, what's up, man? And then, like, I get to, like, back to my job that I was working at the time, and then, like, I drink it, and I'm like, wait, oh no, I think they meant mocha instead of matcha. So I ordered coffee, and I took a tiny sip of it, and I just threw it out. It was gross. Like, it was disgusting. So yeah, that one time as an adult where I'm able to actually, like, absorb, like, information, like, and I'm able to actually digest things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to recall experiences a lot clearer. Like, now, like, I definitely know that I fucking hate coffee. So I'm never going to be drinking coffee. Fucking, dude, like, matcha tea is where it's at. Green tea is good too. Green tea with lemon slices, and like, that's the other thing about green tea, like, and matcha tea, and teas in general, is the fact that you could like mishmash all different kinds of teas together, and like somehow, some way, it'll still be tasting amazing. Like with the green tea that I have a lemon balm. I have lemon balm bushes. I was about to say a lemon balm bush, but no, bushes, plural, that grow right next to my house. And what lemon balm leaves do is they are there's all different kinds of benefits to lemon balm. Like, it's an anti-inflammatory herb. It's an antidepressant herb. It is also anti-inflammatory, stuff like that. It also helps promote sleep. And that's why I put it sometimes in my green tea whenever I have it, which I haven't had green tea in fucking almost since the beginning of summer. I've just been drinking matcha for the past 3 months. So, there's that. And I put that in with like a half sliced lemon. Like fucking like an entire whole ass sliced half lemon into my tea and in my French press, and then I press it down, and then all of the fucking citrus juice, it just gets mixed in there, and it is fucking heaven. You know what I mean? So there's that. What about energy drink? Yeah, we were just talking about that. What about energy drinks, like carbonated ones? I have never had an energy drink ever. But one thing I do know about them is the fact that the caffeine is not naturally derived. You know what I'm saying? Like how in tea or in coffee, it's a lot of highly processed like caffeine, and it's like, nah, man. Like fucking Starbucks, or not, again, I'm fucking saying Starbucks. I've never even been to a Starbucks. What am I saying? Panera Bread. Panera Bread has lemonade agave tea that apparently there was like 3 or 4 people over the past like 5 years that have died because of fucking caffeine. I think it was like a caffeine overdose or something. And each one of like the large cups of the lemonade agave tea has like 400 milligrams of caffeine. That is a lot. Like, by the time that you get done with that, you're not even like, you're gonna immediately have a caffeine crash. Like, it's bad enough that it's that high amount of caffeine, but it's even worse because of the fact that it's not even naturally derived from anything. Like, okay, lemon and agave are both fruits. Like, so it obviously doesn't derive from there. So what the fuck does it derive from? They don't disclose that. And as a matter of fact, they didn't even disclose like the fucking nutrition facts like on the cups. Like, about like, hey, here's how much caffeine is in a certain size of this, this lemonade that you're about to drink and shit like that. They don't even have that shit. You know what I mean? And like, I haven't been to fucking Panera Bread in like forever, and I'm never going back there again. It's been quite a while since I've been to one, and I'm never going to one again. Especially because of the fact that I'm an adult and I could actually make my own food at home and save a egregious amount of money doing it that way, and also actually taking pride in the fact that I'm doing something myself and feeling proud of myself for being responsible. I could actually do that, and it's so much better than eating out like at fast food restaurants. Like, that shit's all just like bleh. Like, I don't feel good eating at places like that. Also because of the fact that my body does not like to fuck it. Like, the fast food is usually when my body likes to talk to me like, what the fuck was that? My stomach is just like... It's stupid. I usually go for 160 to 200 mil. Okay, like that's like... Okay, that's like sort of... That's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like a single teaspoon of matcha tea powder has about 160 milligrams of caffeine. That's all I need for the day. Jersey Mike's. I have never been there. What is it? What kind of... What place is that? What places are Jersey Mike's? I know that we have one up here in where I live, or in the city that I live nearest from, but I've never been to there. Hope you guys are also enjoying the music. Also, this is the Terrestrial first ever demo tape that I released in spring of this year, and I am ever so proud of it. It's like sandwiches. Okay, so like kind of like sub sandwiches and shit like that, I'm assuming. Yeah, similar. Okay. All right. Yeah. I've never been there. That's insane. Like when I tell people like all the like coworkers and shit, I've never done this or that or like what other, like everybody's just looking at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, listen, man, I'm not doing this. I just don't eat at places that often, you know? And when I do, it's not like a fast food restaurant. Like it's an actual restaurant that I go to. I like going to Chinese places too. But yeah, fucking tea. Tea's fucking amazing. Yes, tea is fucking, like, it's the nectar of the fucking gods. Never had tea. I think a good starting point would probably be like, what the fuck? Was that you?
Yeah.
What was that? Oh my god. I thought it was like the fucking like the whipped cream thing that you like spray in your mouth. But yeah, so you've never had tea. So what I would recommend would be a good starting point would be like green tea. And the reason I say that is because of the fact that that's like the basis for like tea drinkers. Before you get out there and start exploring your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever your preferences would be. And I've been drinking tea for years now, and I still love green tea. I still love matcha. I still love all that. And yeah, I think green tea would be good. I do recommend, and this is like a necessity. Like it's an absolute fucking necessity to have lemon with green tea, specifically with green tea, not matcha tea, green tea, and also have honey. And I'm not talking about honey that you get from the supermarket. I'm talking like honey that if you know where to get honey, then you go get that honey. You know what I'm saying? Like, not off of the supermarket shelves. Like, if there's like somebody that you know or somebody that you've seen that like sells honey because like they actually raise bees themselves and they actually they make the honey, like, that is going to be your best bet. And it's going to be a bit pricey. I will fucking say that with all the knowledge in the world. It is definitely going to be a bit pricier than what you would find in the supermarket. And it's absolutely fucking worth it. You don't have to be using a whole lot of it in the first place. It will definitely fucking last you quite a while. Or if you're like me and you just take like fucking like tablespoons of it and just dump it in, then yeah. but still, it's absolutely fucking worth it. So yeah, definitely green tea, lemon slices, and honey. That's what I recommend. Yes, that was her. Fucking spraying fucking whipped cream into the mouth. Whipped cream, dude. Whipped cream is so fucking man. I want fucking whipped cream. I want that. I want that right now. But you know, I did just work out yesterday. And also, speaking of working out, I don't work out at public gyms anymore, man. I work out at home now. Cause fuck that. Fucking paying $40 a month to go to a gym for a single person. You have got to be out of your fucking mind. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate that. Like, I can understand if it's something like, oh, like $15 or $20, but dude, it's $40 for the YMCA membership for a single person. Like, motherfuckers, those people are like desperate, man. Those people are like fucking, I don't understand that shit. Jesus Lord. But yeah, so what's the next thing? Hold on, I got a list. I got a list of shit. Dude, anybody here who has a dog or has a pet, or even if you don't have a pet, you will absolutely 100% agree with me that animals are an absolute blessing. Just existing, these like animals existing makes me feel instantly better. Fucking absolutely. Man, I fucking love Bella and Bentley so much. I'm just my babies. Where's my babies? She in there? Yeah, my doggos are fucking, dude, like, they're the wildest, wackiest angels ever. And they're so much fun. They're so much fun. Especially corgis, man. I have corgis. They're fucking insane. So determined and so, like, so affectionate and so smart, too. Like, these dogs don't give a fuck. They don't. Dude, But yeah, it's like, oh my god, like they're amazing. I love them. We actually just took one of them on a walk today. It was cool. Yeah, we got our steps in today. Motherfucker. But yeah, so it's like, man, I love watching like, I love watching like documentaries, like wildlife documentaries, because like, dude, like who the fuck does not, like who doesn't want to see that? Like actually. Fucking. Like, I have that shit, like, playing all the time on my phone. And, like, I watch it, and I'm just, like, I'm literally, like, a crocodile in Africa or something. Like, I'm literally watching a fucking dinosaur living. Like, it's unreal, man. Oh, Jesus, Lord Almighty. Man, I was just like reflecting on everything, like everything that's been happening, like fucking motherfucker, ow. But like when it comes to animals, man, like I love them. I love them to death, and you know, my doggos, my babies, I love them. I snuggle with them every day. I kiss them every day. I play with them every day. And they're my babies. And they're fucking, like, just absolute angels on earth. I love them. And I could literally fucking, like, have, like, I could literally, like, just be out in the woods walking, and if I see a fucking, like, an animal, like, I'm immediately just being, like, you know, like, oh, shit, I'm actually in its house. You know what I mean? I'm out in the woods. I'm out in the woods, my brother. But yeah, like, other than that, man, it's just, like, fucking, we were actually, I just, went to a county fair, with a friend of mine, and we both were, like, going into the bunny barn, which they had, like, a barn with, like, a bunch of bunnies and shit, like, the absolute fluff balls. I don't think I'd be able to take my family in there because of the fact that some of us are highly allergic. Fucking, and god damn it, like, the bunnies are so fluffy, and like some of them have like really like big ears and shit, and like they just like flop over its body, and I'm just like, dude, like, what the fuck, like, how do your ears get that big? Like, they're fucking huge. Like just pillows, man. Just fucking pillows, man. And like, I think there was another one we went to. No, we didn't go to like any of the other barns. We didn't go to fucking, like the cow barns or the horse barns or anything like that. We didn't go to there. We were more so interested in the bunnies. And they're just so they're fucking adorable, man. But like, I think, also going to the barns and like seeing different types of animals, like especially with seeing like cattle, you know what I mean? Like that's the reason why like I don't eat beef or eat certain kinds of meats, is because of the fact that like I'm one of these people where like fucking or like I fucking value like, or like, I have a lot of respect for animals, and I love animals, and I don't want them to be in harm or to be in pain or harmed. That's what I should say. But like I'm also at a crossroads where I'm just like, well, meat is good. And I eat shrimp, I eat seafood. I also eat turkey, and I also eat pork every now and then. I eat pork like on occasion. It's like a dessert thing. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, and then like on top of that, it's just like, I was vegan at one point because of that exact reason, because I care too much about the well-being of animals. Everybody left. But like, it's like fucking like, I'm like, dude, I'm like, man, like I can't have regular milk anyway, because of the fact that like, fucking like, because of the fact that like my stomach just does not fucking agree with me on it. You know what I mean? Motherfucker. Huh. Where did you go, bitch? Motherfucker, I did not mean to. No, fuck. Copy text. I meant to send that to fucking this bitch. Motherfucker. Do 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 do. Boop boop boop. But yeah, so I mean, like, animals are fucking awesome. Came out the best. Okay, hold up. Actually, I gotta go piss. So give me a minute. He goes for a wee wee. Yeah, I gotta start giving people a heads up, or giving you specifically a heads up, and people in my Discord. All right, Yoshino. Oh, this is fucking beautiful. I love this. I think this is this right here on this account do I want to use? Okay, Google Ads account will be linked up. Motherfucker, fuck you. Okay. This week on YouTube, we're gonna show you how to fucking yeah, dude, it was a fucking fire hose, man. It was, yeah, anyway. YouTube can, like, actually, like, lick the tartar from my ass crack. No, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Anyway. Okay, this is fucking weird. Like, how come on my channel, like, there's obviously been, like, live streams since the fucking Cleveland Zoo video and, like, also, like, shorts and stuff, so, like, why is it still not, like, updating, like, the fucking shit on my channel? Dude, shit's fucking confusing as shit. Anyway, what the fuck's next? What is next? What's next we're going to talk about? Oh yeah, so we got done talking about animals. We're going to talk about, like, cooking stuff now. So, like, I'm going to start talking about cooking. Non-bread pizza is the best thing ever. Legitimately. If you guys have never actually heard of naan bread, it's spelled N-A-A-N. And it is so versatile. You can use it for so many different types of dishes and prepare it, you know, and, like, it's, oh my God. It's fucking amazing. What I like to do is, like, what I like to do is, like, get garlic naan bread and make pizza with it. Just get, like, just get, like, what the fuck, what would it be? What would it be? Probably, like, mozzarella cheese. Get, like, tomato basil, like, sauce, and also get, like, turkey pepperoni. And there you fucking go, man. There you go. That would be fucking amazing. And, like, you know, like, that's pretty much what I've been living off of, besides, like, a few other types of things over the past, you know, over the summer, was non-bread pizzas, and it's actually also healthy. Because, like, non-bread is like one of those, like, bread alternative foods, because, like, actual bread is, like, a lot more carbs than you'd say, like, gyros or non-bread, you know, like, made steak yesterday. Hey man, stay away from that red meat. That's all I'm gonna say, is stay away from that red meat. On occasion it's okay, but, like, every fucking day eating something with red meat in it, that's just nah. I've already heard too many horror stories of, like, from the parents that, like, from, like, people who have worked in hospitals, and they're just like, man, all these fucking people are coming in with, like, cardiac, like, issues, cardiovascular issues, and like, a large majority of them have been, like, fucking people who like eat red meat shit like all the time. And it also rots in the guts. That's just bleh. That's disgusting. Bleh. But yeah, so it's like, what the fuck was I, what was I saying? So garlic naan bread pizza, which is what I usually like to do. And I take, mozzarella cheese and, what would it be? Like turkey, pepperoni, tomato basil sauce, like red sauce, and that's the other thing that's what I was going to talk about naan bread. Because of the fact that like it's an alternative, like a good alternative to bread, it's not as high in carbs. And it's more so like it's rich in protein, and it's considerable when it comes to fiber also. And it's delicious. You could eat that shit raw if you wanted. Like, actually, you could eat it raw. Don't ever take that out of context, Alex, or like you're gonna end up on my kill list. I swear to fucking God, I'm not dealing with the bullshit. Anyway, JK. And fucking, so like with that, it's also good to eat for like off days of working out and, you know, all that other stuff. And then like you could have it, you know, and you could also have it as like a healthy alternative to bread. And like, you know, if you're focusing on nutrition, that's something good that you could have. So man, I'm listening to fucking Calm Fury right now, man. That shit's fucking amazing too. How's the music also? Is everybody good with the music? Like, is everybody good? Yeah, there's that. So like naan bread, it's also used in like many different other types of dishes. Like, I'm guessing it also has like some kind of like, would it be fucking Mr. Bentley boy? Oh, wait, you wait, oh, tinky boy. Yeah, he's a little bub. He's upstairs hanging out with Pawpaw. What else? So, like, it would also be good for, like, eating hummus with. Which... red pepper hummus. If you guys have never had that, I would recommend that over a lot of shit. Recommend that over fucking a lot of other shit. Just because of the fact that like those two things together, like pita bread, naan bread, and hummus, red pepper hummus, magic. God, I'm gonna go take my drink. Oh man. Um, I want to see if we could at least have this going on for like an hour and a half, maybe. Maybe, because it would at least be a bit longer than uh, the other fucking, the other, live stream that I did the other day. But yeah, I've kind of, alright, so YouTube, talk show topics. I, talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. Or at least I had on a list or something. But yeah, so like, motherfucker. Man, Andy, can you please come into the fucking streams, man? Andy J. Co-edits, get your bitch ass into the stream. But yeah, alright, be right back. Alright, bro. So what else are we gonna talk about? I was just looking at some stuff. What the fuck? Climbers on couch has a snooze. This is also a nice one. It's called Raindrop. Yeah, I don't know what else to really talk about. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Venice Beach. Venice Beach. All right, man. Oh, motherfucker. What else? What else? All right, well, I guess we're going to have to switch discussions up, and we're going to have to talk about some hard-hitting shit. There's been a casualty on the political right in the United States. So this person named Charlie Kirk, I guess he was like a right-wing conservative guy. That's the first giveaway right there. Got shot and killed. So here's my take on this, okay? Like, Republicans, like, in this country are never going to get, like, any kind of praising from someone like me. And it's not even just about, like, the political label. It's about who you are as a human being. When it comes down to it, politics are just morals. Like, as a constructive, like, tool to figure out what kind of a person that you are. This is what you need to run yourself by. And it's a good icebreaker to see the qualities of a person and, like, what they actually stand for. Do you know what I mean? And, like, no, standing for defunding public broadcasting stations, defunding, like, all of these social networks and all these social programs within our government, like, cutting funding to fucking the National Weather Service, cutting funding to our fucking national security, and firing fucking FBI workers. Like, I have known people who worked for national parks who got fucking laid off. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, let me just put something on. Hold up, somewhere to be. There we go. And fucking, like, no, you are not on the right side of history. You have never been on the right side of history. These are the same people that voted for segregation in the 1960s, 1950s, 1960s, pretty much all throughout American history up until, like, the last, like, 40, 50 years. And these are the same people who like to criticize women just because they're women. Like, if you guys have ever heard of a fucking, like, a comedy book from, like, the year 1940, it is, like, the most misogynistic fucking thing I've ever heard. Like Game Grumps, like, they covered this. They covered this topic. Like, they I'm not going to repeat the jokes because it's fucking disgusting, but, like, but they covered this, right? And what they did basically, like, highlighted, like, these kinds of people, right? And you see that a lot, especially today. It is more blatantly obvious than it has ever been in our history. I would like to argue that, especially in American history. It is so blatantly obvious that these people not only don't care about us, considering how much of a fucking detriment to our well-beings and our lives that this current presidential administration has been. And anybody that comes into the live stream can argue about this with me until they're blue in the face. They're not going to ever change they're never going to change my opinion, because it's not even just subjectively. It's literally objectively, like, it's the facts. Like Trump's approval rating, almost no president in the history of the United States has ever had as fast of a decline of an approval rating as this motherfucker has had. Ever. Like, that is a really, really hard list to get on. If you can manage to get on to, like, into that category of, like, you just fucking suck as a person and you suck as being the president of the United States, like, most people would, like, the general consensus is that that's the case. This dude's approval rating has plummeted since his last run in office. Like, and I know I'm digressing, but this is going to get back to the Charlie Kirk thing. Like, this literally, hold on. Hold on. All right, there we go. Go back to that. But yeah, so, like, literally fucking, like, this is all gonna go back to the Charlie Kirk thing. This is all centered around that. So, like, you have this person, and anybody that comes into the live stream that tries to, like, fact check me just because of the fact that they clearly fucking disagree with me because they want to further their own agenda, like, actually fuck you also. And because I also know that there's, like, a huge right-wing, like, movement in Europe that's going on, and it's pretty similar to what's going on over here. But yeah, it's basically like a fascism scare is what it is. But so this guy, this piece of shit who has defunded so many essential organizations within our government is actively threatening to take people's jobs away, mine included. If I was not working for where I'm working at now, funding being cut with the way that it is, I probably would be out of a job right now. And I cannot fucking afford to have that happen. Okay? Everybody needs to understand this. I know that, like, I'm on the internet and, like, this is just a hobby of mine right now, but this, believe it or not, this is not how I make a living. This is not my substantial, like, form of income. You know, I'm striving to get there, but right now, that's what I'm working on currently. And so, like, you know, with a person like this who also downplayed conservative right-wing political violence, literally came out and said, and I quote, "I couldn't care less." How does anybody defend someone like this? And it's no fucking wonder why this person, Charlie Kirk, got shot and killed. Because he fucking loved Donald Trump. He absolutely loved him, as any conservative would. And I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing Republicans, specifically them, constantly, like, rambling on about, like, just because I'm a Republican doesn't mean I'm a racist. What exactly what else is this supposed to mean? You like taking all of our social networks away. You like defunding our schools. You like jeopardizing people's well-beings. You like killing women. You like being misogynistic. You like to like, there's a whole bunch of other shit that I could go off of right now. But what you guys are getting currently right now from me is a very, very, very tame version of what I would have been like 4 or 5 years ago. So like, and anybody that comes, like I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've said it past like 5-10 minutes. Like, anybody that pops in here that is like very obviously like right wing and tries to call me out on stuff, it honestly doesn't matter, because nothing, like, you people, like, not even just because of the fact that you guys are labeled as something politically, which I don't like doing, but it's who you guys voted for, so, you know, there's the principles behind it. You people have no kind of emotional intelligence whatsoever. You understand that? So, like, when I hear you people saying stuff like, if it was anybody else but Donald Trump that did this, nobody would even bat an eye to it. I love how these people honestly think that they could fucking speak for the general population. Not only that, because of the fact that you guys, with your stance in office right now, you guys are very much hurting yourselves. Because this person that shot Charlie Kirk, him and his whole entire family are Republicans. How do you defend that? And now, like, the Republicans are like actually like panicking over this shit. And like because they wanted to use this as like a whole thing about, like, you know, the Democratic Party's like evil and blah, blah, blah. They're celebrating a man's death, but your own people are shooting each other too. Like, you guys are no better than the people who are actively celebrating a dead, a man's death. Like, that's the difference, is the fact that there are people out there that have no humility, and there are people out there like who deep down are like the most like humilitable, if that's even a word, are like the most like caring people in the world, and they will admit to whatever wrongdoings that they've done. And they are very self-admitting of stuff, and they are very aware of the fact that they've done things. Like me, for example, there were some things I said about this dude that weren't the nicest recently when all of this first started happening. And I admit I was very much in favor of this guy being gone. And on top of that, I wasn't feeling any particular emotion about it, you know, which is how I came to a realization that, like, I never actually want anybody to get shot and killed. It's literally just because of the fact that I am so desensitized by everything that is happening in our country that nothing actually shocks. There's no shock value to anything anymore. Like, and then on top of that, like, these fucking TikTokers and these like influencers that are getting online and celebrating this guy's death is not going to make anything better. You know, a good solution were to be to educate ourselves and to educate our children so we could actively laugh at these fucking dumbasses who are on the complete opposite wrong side of history, instead of killing them, would be the ultimate fucking solution. Educating, like, the pen is mightier than the sword. It's literally that simple to understand that. Like, if you at least, like, knew about some of the things that have happened, you would know that every single time that there has been a Republican president within the last 30 years, actually, no, I would like to even go back to the middle of the 20th century, that like every Republican president that we have had since like the 1960s, there has been some kind of recession. There has never been a recession with a Democratic president in this country. There have been 7 recessions, and all of them have been under Republican presidential candidates. So like everybody could be like out here trying to defend this douchebag. And even though I absolutely agree with nothing that this administration is doing, especially because of the fact that they are actively trying to take people's jobs away, i.e. including myself, like that does not mean that I wish death upon anybody just because I think nothing highly of you and because I don't agree with you. I think if you are this kind of a person, you need, like, if you are this kind of a person that is happy that somebody is dead, or if you are this kind of a person that is highly uneducated, has no kind of emotional awareness of their like emotional intelligence whatsoever, you need to honestly pick up a fucking book and read. Like, especially some historically relevant book. Like fill your brain with like statistical facts, fill your brain with knowledge, and have empathy for another human being. Because we're living in a world where we literally like have, 4 major world conflicts going on right now. In the Middle East, in Eastern Europe, in Asia, and then we have shit going on in South America with fucking Venezuela because numbnuts in office is fucking instigating this whole thing where like every Venezuelan is apparently a fucking member of the cartel apparently. like dumbass shit, right? Like actual dumbassery that's going on right now. You know, I mean, like the last one's not really like yet. It's not a conflict yet, but it's escalating to that. There have been fucking U.S. naval ships that have been stationed near Venezuela. Like, dude, like, it's not that fucking serious. You know what I mean? Like stupid, you know? And then like, you know, you have all this bloodshed all over the world. And on top of that, you have people who are instigating this. And stuff like this is fucking escalating by the day. People are just so bloodthirsty that we're literally celebrating people dying and getting killed. Like, how, like, especially for Democrats, I'm gonna ask you motherfuckers this. How do you think that's going to favor the general population come midterms next year? How do you think that this is going to play up come next year? Because we do not look any better. We do not look any better than these fucking vile scumbags that we're celebrating, that have now been, that are celebrating their death over. Like, no, what we need to do is to educate ourselves. So we have the facts backing us up. We need to go out there and speak the fucking truth about this shit, whether people like it or not. And we need to fucking put our foot down, take the fucking gloves off, and actually fucking do some dirty work. We need to put our fucking foot down. This is not fucking acceptable in any way, shape, or form. Like, Alex and me might not agree with everything politically. Like, as an example, like, you know, we don't have to. Like, that doesn't mean anything. It's about, like, the whole concept of morality is, like, that plays a huge role in this. Because, like, if you are actually going to focus, especially if you're a fucking Christian, like, like, that is a good example of, like, a construct is the concept of morality, good versus evil. If you especially are religious, and if you believe in, like, if you're a Christian, if you are a Catholic, like, and if you actually read the Bible, like, would it or would it not make sense that whatever kind of entity that you believe in would be such a fucking dumbass to create beings that would literally define him and betray him and go against everything that he fucking says? Like, actually. Like, like, just because, like, you are in a position where, like, your family is, like, religious, or, like, you know, just because you have family members who have, like, peeked at the Bible and have read the Bible and shit like that, it does not mean that everybody focuses on the concept of morality, and not everybody actually thinks about that first. We need to be more emotionally intelligent. We need to be more aware of our fucking emotions. We have to use our brain. We have to. If you can't fucking do that, you are going to be these low-life people who are celebrating the death of a man who admittingly was a fucking terrible human being. But not only that, you're not making yourself look any better when it comes to the public response of something like this. We have people all over the world who are dying from war. Exactly at what point would it be acceptable in any way to advocate for the death of somebody just because you disagree with them? And I'm also going to be talking to Republicans about this too. Since when the fuck is that acceptable? Just because fucking, like, oh shit, yo, what's up, Tanner? What's going on? So Tanner's up in the chat, everybody. Like with all of the war and the atrocities that are going on right now, like, do you, not even excluding or including that from any fucking conversation, like, since when is it okay to actually be actively celebrating someone's death? Like, what kind of piece of shit human being can you possibly be to where you're going to be, like, this heartless? And politics aside, and policies aside, and morality aside, like, that's just not cool. At all. Like, no, man. Like, no, it's not fucking okay to be that kind of a person. Like, but it's also not okay to be, like, hooting and hollering over somebody getting shot. No. I think a very, very good first step to be taking in this is educating ourselves and to educate our children. so they could have a properly actively working mind to fucking laugh at people like this. Yeah, dude, honestly, it's just like, that's what I pointed out. I was like, how the fuck are we supposed to be any better than anybody else about this issue? Like, yeah, right. Like, how are we supposed to be any better than anybody else on this if this is how we're going to continue to act? This is going to bite us in the fucking ass come election time. Just like everything else that has happened in the last 4 years. This is going to nip us in the ass. And not even just like that. Like, I just included that in the conversation just to get people, like, give people an idea. But like, fucking, oh, god damn it, I don't even know where to fucking continue. But like, when it comes to that, that doesn't make us look good in the slightest. So now every single person that knows that I voted for a certain person, or I'm a Democrat or whatever, they're all of a sudden going to be looking at me and thinking that like I'm this like bloodthirsty human being because they saw a bunch of other people online celebrating the death of a man because he was Republican and because of the fact that he got shot, and a lot of people didn't agree with what a kind of a person he is. Like, the underlying truth of all of this, and the truth is not always a pleasant thing. The truth of the matter of this shit is, this is affecting everybody. Everyone. Like, it doesn't matter what your, like, political stance is, but, like, excuse my dogs, but, like, actually, like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And like, it's so funny because I look at these people and I'm just like, this person not only has no awareness of their emotions, but they also are just completely fucking oblivious also. Like, if you are a person that goes viral on the internet for saying or doing something, you are going viral. A lot of people know who you are. A lot of people know what you look like. Anything that you put on the internet, the World Wide Web, is going to be on here forever. Anything and everything is going to be staying on here until the end of fucking time. And that's why it is like so cringy when I see people do shit like this. It's just like, if you're at least going to be discussing an issue like this, can you at least be a little bit more constructive in your criticisms? Like, can you at least put a bit more effort into how you're critiquing this? Instead of just like, fuck Charlie Kirk, I think it would, like, you know, fuck him, I'm glad he's dead. Like, no, I didn't like the guy either. I like, I'm so flabbergasted by the whole fucking thing, man. Like, it's just like, I wasn't expecting like absolute bloodthirsty, like behavior from so many people. Like, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just disappointing. I hate it. I hate it. You know? And on top of that, like, we're making ourselves look bad, just like how I pointed out. We're making ourselves look like shit. For everybody that is wanting to vote, like, this is, like, reactions like this are going to, like, really nip us in the fucking ass. Like, this is bad. This is really bad. You know, and like, I just don't, like, I don't want people to be thinking that this is okay. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, just as Tanner had said, like, these are a selected few individuals, which I can only guess who they are, on the political left spectrum of this. Hold on. Where did you go? Motherfucker. Like, it is a very, very select group of people, a very, very small group of people who politically on the left are very, very influential to, like, to the general, like, amount of people that actually watch them. Yeah, this is like, yeah, like, it's those kinds of people. Like, these are the people that, like, a house that you know of where, like, the curtains are always shut, like, you know, like, the fucking, like, the grass on the lawn is, like, fucking knee high, you know, like, these people never go outside, they never take trash out, you never see their garbage cans on the corner. These are the kinds of people that fucking post shit like this. And I'm talking across the fucking board, man. Cause, like, it's everywhere. Everywhere you look, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Is that, like, there's going to be people that are so merciless in their response to shit like this. And then, again, the World Wide Web, it gets out there, and it's like fucking Superman speed. Like, it is just like, people get one little tidbit of something, and then the whole fucking world just runs with it. And now everybody thinks that these people fucking are exactly the same. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, if you're gonna respond to shit like this, can you, like, at least not be a vile piece of shit and at least, like, have some sort of, like, perspective about, like, just, like, okay, I understand that me and this person disagreed on, like, fucking everything, but, like, I don't advocate for killing people. This is how violence just gets escalated. This is scum shit. This is vile, you know? And, like, I really, like, man, I can't wait for the day where, like, like, you know, just more and more people keep piling into the chat, and, like, everybody could just, like, have the little snappy little bitch snipping fights, you know, with each other and shit like that. Because it's just like, dude, like, if the end of the world fucking came, or if, like, it was an apocalypse or something, like, would any of you actually be ready to fucking kill each other, since we're gonna fucking advocate for people's death? and we're going to celebrate people dying, would you actually be ready to kill another human being? But like, actually. And just like how me and Tanner had talked about on a podcast episode years ago, like, I talked about how in high school, one of the history teachers had said, like, in regards to like first person, like shooter video games, like, you know, how some of the events that were depicted in these video games are pretty historically accurate. Like, do you think because of the fact that we are probably one of the first generations that could actively visualize warfare, do you actually think that this changed our perspective on our willingness to be able to fight? Do you actually think that you'd be able to go out there and to kill another human being? It's just, it's, you know, it's, yeah, it like, no, it's just, it's, no, like, no, like, you like, people, like, this, like, this is video game stuff. Like, this is like, you know, people aren't actually, like, willing to do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And those who do, those who actually go out there and think that, you know, like, oh, magically, like, you know, I can't get in trouble for doing something, and they actually go off and do this shit, like, you know, that's on them. That's on them for doing that. And they can't fucking, like, fathom the consequences of that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't know. I think the internet's response to this has been very destructive. I think the internet's response to this has been very divisive, and it continues to draw a line through, amongst all else, fucking political discussions. And I think, honestly, it's really sad that, you know, there are people out there who think this is okay. Like, dude, like this asshole, like, literally tried to film my YouTube algorithmic, like, ads with, like, fucking whatever Charlie Kirk's fucking discussions were, like his like America First or something like that. Like, you know, they put that in the ad descriptions, you know, like he tries to manipulate. He always tried to do that. He always tried to, like, actively target people who didn't, like, who were not seeing eye to eye with, you know. And then, like, you know, and then, you know, he gets shot, you know. And, like, I'm just like I wasn't expecting this necessarily, like how I was expecting Donald Trump to get fucking shot, you know. But, like, you know, it's just like, people, this doesn't help. Like, these people are just bloodthirsty. Like, it's disgusting, you know? And then, like, when I fucking go to vote, and, like, and people are just like, oh, so who are you voting for? And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, they're just like, oh, so you're gonna, like, go shoot somebody because they, you know, are saying this about this, won't you? You know? Yeah, Turning Point USA. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I don't know why the fuck I said America first. I don't know. It sounded it sounded reasonable. Yeah, Turning Point USA. And I remember I showed you like a screenshot of one ad that I got, and you were just like, "Yep, that's a Charlie Kirk ad," and I was just like, "Oh shit, okay," because we had just finished a podcast episode that week, and it was like a week later, and I started getting ads about Turning Point USA, and I'm just like, "Fuck!" Like we literally just covered like the war in Ukraine or something like that, like some crazy shit. And I was like, dude, we're gonna get like fucking shot or something. Like, and then, you know, that like all this happened this week, you know. But yeah, in general, I also think that we have to look at the people who are in our shoes, who we all think that this is disgusting. The way that people are behaving in reaction to this. This isn't acceptable at all for any reason. Like, this is like advocating for war. This is like murder. This is like, it's everything. It's everything bad that you could think of. And that's what people are doing. I don't understand it. I never will. Like, what the fuck? And like how I had said before, like, admittingly, there was something that I had said publicly that I shouldn't have said. And I was slowly turning into one of those people. But then I really looked at myself and I was just like, when I was typing this shit out, was I feeling angry? Was I actually understanding the severity of the situation? Did I actually did I feel any kind of emotion when I said this? No. I just found out through one of my friends that this person was shot, and I was just like, good. And I eventually came to, and I'm just like, oh my God, what was I doing? You know? And I admitted to when I was wrong about that, you know, in my response to it. And I sent out an apology to fucking everybody who saw my story. And like, you know, because I needed everybody to understand that, like, this is not who I am. Like, I don't even know what came over me for me to think that it was okay to be posting something like that, you know? And then we're here right now. And just like how we talked about yesterday, man, like, man, these fucking midterms, man, these midterms are gonna be fucking just, God. Oh, Christ. Yeah, this is gonna be just, this is gonna be awful. This is gonna be like, this is just gonna create more of a division acting like this, you know? And just like how I had first started to point out years ago, like, we need to focus on the American public. Like, we need to focus on working with the American people. Because we have been on the receiving end and have taken the brunt of so much bullshit. Like, some people could barely afford to buy groceries. Like, since when the fuck should food be that expensive? Like, we had the pandemic. Okay, I guess. I fucking, whatever. Like, you know, and like, all these industries are just like, we're recuperating from all the quote unquote lost profits during the pandemic, is basically what that is, And then on top of that, like, we have all of these wars going on. This, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not how we fucking behave. This is horse shit. Like, we have all these wars going on. We have people dying every day. We have people dying right now overseas. Like, there was a soldier, an army soldier for the United States Army who was stationed over in fucking Israel. He killed himself because he was like, I refuse to support this genocidal act, like, from what's going on. And he fucking killed himself. Like, so it's not a matter of like, oh, if somebody's like on the front lines, then, like they fucking, blah, blah, blah. They're just fighting. They're just soldiers and, like shit like that. These people are human too, man. Do you think that they want to kill people? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. I can't do it. I can't do what they're doing. Fuck that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some fucking scary shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a place like the Middle East, man. We have been fighting over there for so long. Like, you have the fucking Taliban. You have ISIS. Like, you have these people who are, like, dressed up in fucking, like, khakis and slacks and, like, fucking, like, pajama pants with a fucking RPG over their shoulder. Meanwhile, we're coming on there trying to act all fucking prepared, and we have like army gear and like shit, like we got like all this technology and shit like that, man. Like, to fucking people out there, man, war has been fucking nothing. It has just been fucking like, they're just like, they've been dealing with this shit. Do you think that they're ever gonna fuck it? Like, this is what I'm saying, man. I think we just need to leave these people the fuck alone. We need to stop funding this shit because people are like, this is a useless conflict. Like, number one, what I need motherfuckers to understand, Israel was not there 80 years ago. Like, during and before World War II, Israel was not there. Like, that chunk of land, Jesus. Like, it's just not, it's, no. But everybody understands what I'm trying to get at, man. Like, this is the stuff that's going on in our world. We need to fucking act better. We need to be better than this. Because we are better than this. Like, it is. It's a fucking racket. It is a Jim Cornette racket. It is devastating. But yeah, in all seriousness, like, it is. But like, dude, like, when I'm going to give you an example of telling you how we can be so much better than this. I remember sometime within the past couple of years, Donald Trump was testifying for one of his convictions. And he basically fucking pressed the judges into scheduling a date that would fit him best to him to start the fucking trials. Like, This motherfucker was on some fucking, like, this dude had, like, power in his hands. But not even just that, like, you saw how he was being treated in the courtroom. That is how humane our judicial system could be. Like, for a regular person who is getting convicted, you have to wait months to get a court arraignment. You have no choice. Like, you're getting fucking, like, shackled into the courtroom in a jumpsuit. And then on top of that, like, you're getting you are, like, getting put into the system as you speak. Like, you're about to be getting booked into jail. You're getting booked into a prison. And you have nobody and you have nothing getting you out of that situation. Meanwhile, somebody like Donald Trump could have 34 felony convictions, and he could literally schedule his own day to appear in the courtroom. Like, really? They're just making it too fucking obvious. You know what I mean? And I might be getting a little bit too carried away here with my discussion about this, but it's just like, this backtracks into my original point. We can be so much better than this. You know what I mean? Like, so why don't we act like it? Why aren't we actively trying to improve this? And to improve our viewpoints and to improve our lives? Like, why aren't we doing this? Like, and that's the thing too, like, me and Tanner are not the only people that think this way. Like, dude, the whole fucking country is, like, on edge right now. There is, like, almost 400 million people living in this country alone. Does anybody with a fully functioning, like a properly functioning brain, actually think that 2 people are the only people that align themselves with this logic? Like, we cannot be the only ones pulling our weight here. Like, fucking... like, we just can't. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, if anybody has an opportunity to do something good for your community and to be better, just do it. If you know that there's like a fucking weekend where you're doing jack shit and you have an opportunity to go volunteer at a fucking soup kitchen, then just fucking do it. No one's telling you otherwise. Like, dude, just do it. You know what I mean? And then, you know, just try to be a decent human being. Like, it's not even that much to ask. You know what I mean? And I get that people lash out, you know, just like how I did, because of the fact that literally within the past year, I have gone through 2 separations, being together with somebody. And that was my way of lashing out, was behaving like that. And then immediately afterwards, I recognized my error in my ways because I was aware of what I had done. And I became a better person on the other side of that coin. Like, not other side of that coin, but other side of the fucking... You know what I'm talking about? You know? I need people to be aware of what it is that they're doing, of what it is that they're saying, what it is that they're advocating for. Because if you're going to be that kind of a person, that is that like bullheaded and fucking so stuck up that you're gonna be okay with somebody getting shot, you can go enlist for the army right now and get fucking stationed fucking anywhere in the world if you're really that eager to fucking be okay with killing. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. But yeah. We're about to be going for fucking 2 hours, and I can't do much more of this shit. Like, but yeah, I appreciate everybody for fucking coming out to have this conversation with me. This was a fucking banging ass episode. This was good. We had a conversation. We did. We had a lot of contribution to this, and a lot of, and you know, like these people, these like 3 or 4 people that pop into the chat and interact and watch the stream. You guys are the ones that I do this for. You guys are some of the people that I do this for, because I know that we are growing as a community. And this is what I want to have, even with going forward into music production and becoming a music artist. I want this communal connection, you know, where we can actually have conversations. Where not everything has to be defensive. Not everything has to be like about bullying. Where not everything has to be all like pessimistic and condescending and like just vile. You know what I'm saying? We can be so much better than whatever these other people are acting like. You know what I mean? And I think it is so important, like, to focus on that. It is. It honestly is. Jesus Lord, man. I've been doing this for almost 2 hours. I could go, like, if I wanted to, I could probably do this until like nighttime. Because that's how invested into this I am. One of these days, I am going to do that. I am going to have like a 5 or 6 hour sit down stream. I mean, my ass is going to be asleep, but it's going to be worth it. That doesn't dissuade me from anything. But this is what I've always wanted to have, is this. Is a discussion with everybody. Let's be aware of the world that we live, be aware of everything. Let's just be human. You know, let's just be decent human beings. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? No, Joe. But like, dude, I am in the same boat. You know, I hate looking at this and thinking that this is like the way that people are behaving, you know? Like, you people need to clean your fucking act up, honestly. This is immaturity is what this is. Did an 8-hour stream? Jesus Christ. Dude, we need to do that shit sometime together. We need to. I don't know exactly where I'm going to find the time to do that, but I would love to find time. I would love to find time to do that. Absolutely. I would be absolutely down to do shit like that. Dude, yeah, this is like, yeah, dude, that's insane. Like 8 hours streaming is insane. Like the game streams that I was doing for a while, like that's all I could do was just like an hour and a half live streaming. And that was it. Like, I don't know what it was, but like there was something, and that's the exact reason why I stopped doing video game content on my channel. Like, is because of the fact that like that's not what I want to do. That's the reason why I quit doing reaction videos. Yeah, Discord, yeah, absolutely. Like, that's the reason why, like, I said publicly, like, I don't think the reaction videos are ever coming back. I actually don't. Like, that's a whole era of my life on the internet where that was my break-in. That was, like, what got me some level of attention because of the fact that I was being as authentic as I possibly could with my emotions. Because I was doing something that made me laugh. I was doing something where, like, I was able to get people to hone themselves in, and I was interacting with people, and people were actually leaving encouraging feedback and, you know, stuff like that. And again, it just shows that this is how good people can be. So, like, why in the face of, like, all of this craziness going on, why does it have to be like this? Where you people, and everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about when I'm saying you people who are, like, being divisive, you people who are, like, actively, like, making everybody else look like shit, including you. Like, why can we not at least try to get along? And I'm saying this across the board. Like, with you motherfuckers in the Stoned History video, yes. Yes. I was surprised you didn't cough at the beginning of that. That was a shocker. Yeah, I was shocked because I was bracing for it. I was like, huh! Nothing. Okay. But yeah, fucking I myself have never played the Assassin's Creed series, but I'm not dissuaded from anything. I could actually try shit. You know what I mean? I would actually like to at least try to at least play this. And yeah, so I mean, you know, so moral of the story, not even, yeah. So, you know, moral of the story, just be a like, if you recognize the error in your ways, you could at least be admitting to your problems. That is the very first step in, like, not the first step, but like it's one of the steps in the process of being in denial. Like, you're admitting to something, you're admitting that there's an issue. And you just have to accept the fact that that's what's going on. Because that only makes you more aware of your emotions. You have to be in tune with this. You have to be in tune with yourself. Oh, my loved ones. Oh my God. Yeah, this is another track. I love this. But yeah, like, and that's the thing too, like with me getting involved, like with music, like there are, dude, yeah, it's fucking, yeah. Because like, that's like alternative history stuff. It's actual events in the course of human history that have actually taken place, but like, it's your perspective as a player, and you have the opportunity to alter history just by being involved in it. You know, you have fucking ancient Rome, you have the Vikings, you have the Revolutionary War, you have all of these different parts of history, you know, and it's insane how like somebody could come up with an idea like this and just have it be that, you know? So like, yeah, just be in tune with your fucking emotions, people. Like, stop advocating for fucking violence. I know that we all don't fucking get along with each other. I know we don't all like each other. Fucking believe me. I understand that 100%. I don't like some of these people either. Mostly because of the fact that I'm the one that has literally done nothing to fucking anybody, and people have always taken advantage of me and bullied me. You know what I'm saying? When I was in school growing up, I was constantly getting bullied. You know? I've never done anything to deserve that. And like, even then, it's just like, why would I ever be deserving of anything? Just like how Charlie Kirk didn't deserve to get shot and killed. You know? Like, why would you be like that? You know? But yeah, you know, so it's just like, read a fucking book. Just be aware of your emotions. Be aware and observant of what you're doing. And just be, Bella's fucking barking up a goddamn storm today, man. How does her, like, do dogs, like, throats get sore from barking so much? I wonder. I'm gonna look this up. Get sore from barking. Thank you. Yes, dogs can get sore throats from excessive barking. When dogs bark, they use their vocal cords, which become irritated and inflamed over time. This inflammation can lead to a sore throat, which may manifest as hoarseness, difficulty swallowing, reluctance to bark, coughing, and drooling. If your dog is barking excessively and exhibits signs of a sore throat, it's best to consult a veterinarian. They determine the underlying cause and recommend appropriate treatment, which may include rest, hydration, and anti-inflammatory medications. Answer my fucking question. Perfect. But yeah, man. I would love to continue this, guys, but I got to go. Brave New World. Okay. I'll see if that's anywhere. Because I know my fucking mom's got like a shit ton of books. So I could definitely see if she has something like that. Or that book specifically. So, but yeah, man. This was a solid fucking episode right here. Yes. This was solid. This is what I want it to be. And yeah, man. So I'm gonna get out of here. I hope everybody has a good rest of their Sunday. This is what I want to have. This is the basis for what has to happen here on my channel and everywhere else. Like, if you have a disagreement or if you want to have a discussion with somebody, just talk, motherfucker. Just have a conversation. Not everything's got to be all fucking defensive and, like, you know, especially for like the actual like neo-racist people out there who are like depriving themselves of having a great human experience just because of the fact that they're fucking mad and agitated for no reason at all. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, you know, and people who advocate for death also fuck you. Like, actually. That's not okay either. Just stop. But yeah, man. So it's like, you know, just be a good person. I try to be a good person. It takes nothing to be nice. Nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. Thank you everybody for fucking showing up to this. This is kind of like the this is basically like the primary content that we're gonna be getting for quite a while. Besides like in between like my demo tapes getting released. And everybody please, you know, share these, spread the word, get the news around, you know, and, you know, try to open people's minds to another type of artist. And I will be trying to do the same thing. And, you know, promoting and, you know, trying to get an actual business started out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually start something. So all of that is going to be in the works. But yeah, thank you everybody for fucking showing up. I love you guys. Please be good. Please be an example of what a human, a living being should be. Fucking pay attention to you. Be aware. Be observant. Be a good human being. That's all that anybody should ever fucking ask for. That's it. Anyway. Yeah. So, I love you guys. Yeah. I should see you guys fucking whenever. Probably within this next week. We'll be doing more talk show episodes. I don't know what about, but obviously we don't know anything about any of this. You know, this is just like the original Shlama Show experience, like, type shit. Like, nobody actually knows the topics. We just kind of go off of what we think, you know. But I actually do have notes that we start off on, but like the notes are specifically about topics, things that I think of just out of random, you know, which is why like I am able to really look over these things. So like, I don't know how to describe that. Like how I'm able to go over these things so like, and such a like a fuck, I don't even know the words, where like I could really process these things so much better because of the fact that it doesn't feel forced. You know what I'm saying? These things, it actually feels natural to talk about things that I think about just off random. So, oh shit, Sundown is playing. But yeah, so I love you guys. I will see you this upcoming week, and I will try to post late week and not on the weekends. I'll try not to, but yeah. So there's that. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.